Hi, this is Shadi, and today it's gonna be an interesting face-off between Judo and Okinawan Sumo, also known as Shima. Now, many of you requested this, and so I will deliver. It's gonna be an interesting battle because they're both in their gi and also grappling, going for that throw and for that win, all or nothing, deep grip. Fighting and also showing strength and technique. It is going to be an interesting battle. Like I said, there's so many similarities and there's so many differences. We're going to see all of that through multiple aspects or multiple criterias that I have put up, and we're going to go through them one by one, compare each one by one, how to win, the rules, the grips, and also common throws, since it is a little bit similar to sumo but not quite. Even though we call it Okinawan sumo, it is not 100% the same, but nonetheless the gripping and the expression can be somewhat similar. So judo obviously being a gi grappling art, so it is a great choice to put it up against Okinawan sumo, since also it comes from the Okinawan island, or not necessarily main island of Japan. So it is culturally and also, historically, it should be interesting to put them face to face. So without any further ado, let's begin. So the first one is going to be the rules, and if you know a thing or two about judo, you would know that the ippon is absolutely everything, and it can be achieved through multiple ways. You have first and foremost the most important, which is the nagewaza, the throw. As you see here, the ippon is achieved once uke is landing flat on his back with a controlled fast throw, and if landing on the side, it comes as wazari. Now the rules concerning this have changed over the years, but now it's mostly wazari and ippon. This one, for example, landing flat on his back is ippon, and you have to have like both shoulders and also the hips, according to Kano sensei himself, in order to qualify as an ippon. Now when it comes to in under 20 seconds, they will lose by ippon. If they manage to escape between the 10th and the 19th second, it's a wazari. As you see here, she has full control of the upper body, she got past the legs, so it's a full osaikomi. There's multiple osaikomis. Another way you can win on the ground is if the fight, for example here, it's not a full ippon throw, the fighter landed on his side, it's a wazari. You can also finish it by shimewaza or a choke. Other choice goes to the ground with a minimal score like wazari. You can also continue with kansetsu waza or arm locks, which is basically targeting the arm or the shoulders. Now when it comes to Okinawan sumo, you would see the circle, you would see the sand, you would probably, and the name sumo, you probably think that it is you either have to take them to the ground, or anything besides the sole of the foot touches the ground, they lose or they step out the circle. But that's not quite how it works. It's the throw, very much like the ippon. It comes from the belt grip, and it's actually 2 points in order to win the full match. So for example, you achieve a throw, it's a point, the referee sets them back up, sets the match, resets the match, and then they go at it again, and then if you score another one, then that's the match. It's 2 points, not just one clear ippon. So it is a bit different. It is not like judo. It's, I don't know if it's nice to say this, but it looked a little bit like one-dimensional judo, in my opinion, as we'll go through later on with the throws and also the gripping. So mainly it is, that one particular grip, and you have to achieve 2 points in order to get your win. There's no like one clear kill like the ippon in judo, and there's no one, you can, for example, if one throw is achieved, you can consider it like a wazari. The second one is like an ippon, but anything other than that There's nothing, there's no joint locks, there's no chokes, there's no pins. It is just two people trying to put each other down, much like Boch, much like Sumo, much like Korean wrestling, which I'll cover later on, much like Pelwani, but Pelwani has far more grips and there's no garments. So it is all of them differ obviously, but it's a wrestling or grappling style that you have to take someone down. That's it. No joint locks, no chokes, nothing. Now let's get to the grips. The grips in Judo is a vast ocean. It is incredibly versatile. There's just so many rules just pertaining to grips alone, and that alone should tell you that the gripping in Judo is incredibly vast. You can grip however you want. You can grip the sleeve and the lapel, the basic kumikata. You can grip lapel and grip down the back. You can grip double sleeve. You can grip a Russian arm, Georgian arm, gripping the belt, but there are rules concerning those. For example, the classical grip, you can maintain it as long as you want. Obviously you don't just grab it and just stall, but compared to everything else like the belt grip, the Russian arm, the Georgian arm, etc., you have to pistol grip, you have to act rather quickly, you have to attack immediately. But the as you see here, the Inoue Japanese grip, you can maintain it and try to go for as many ippons as you want, but everything else like the pistol grip, like the belt grip, like the Georgian grip, the Russian arm, you have to attack immediately or else you are penalized. So it is like I said, fast. Before you can grab the pants, the skirt of the jacket, and then attack, but now it is illegal. You cannot grab. So it tells you like you can grab from head to toe. All the gi is accessible except for newaza. Of course, you can grab the pants in newaza all you want, but in the standing below the belt you just simply cannot. That rule has been established since 2010. So that's Judo. It's incredibly versatile. But when it comes to Okinawan sumo, you see them wearing this gi from head to toe, but they're only grabbing the belt in this 50-50 like manner. One hand, if you notice, it is grabbing just immediately, like gripping directly the belt. The other one, it has like a knot around the wrist, as you see here, a knot around the wrist, and then you grab the belt. It's underhook and overhook, like a 50-50 position, and then you proceed and start the match. It is like I said, a little bit one-dimensional compared to the vastness of kumikata in Judo, which is why I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still effective, there's still resistance, there's still, you know, but you're wearing this entire gi from head to toe, but yet they're only grabbing belts. The match starts with the belt grab. It's not like from a distant position and then you have to fight and force your grip and then dominate with the grip like in Judo and then proceed to attack and, you know, break the posture, etc. It's a 50-50 battle. You bulldoze through your opponent with movement and strength and of course technique, and then you get to score your 2 points in order to win. They have to land, of course, flat on their back, so if they land on their stomach, it's not a point. But when it comes to the grips, compared to Judo, in my opinion, like I said, it is a bit narrow and not as exciting, let's just put it that way. But nonetheless, it is a mix of Judo and Sumo. You know, the gi, the grips, the throws, you have to win by takedown, like a full ippon or two, you know, and it's somewhat similar but not quite as much. Now finally, common throws with a grip like this, like in the Okinawan sumo, you're obviously gonna have your kakenage in sumo, which is the uchimata, the kenken uchimata. Of course, you're gonna have your yagura nage, which is the like front uchimata, we call it, or the kabarelli in Georgian, like the Georgian pickup. It's also very famous since you have direct access. You just come in and put your leg and proceed to lift. Since you already have the grip, you have your uchimata, as you see here. Like kakenage in sumo, very much similar, but in sumo it's like Judo, they have to fight for their grip, and they have to fight for breaking the posture with shoving, etc. It's far more brutal, but underhooks, overhooks, not just grabbing the mawashi or the belt, but the techniques are somewhat similar as you see here. Also, you know, I already mentioned this, you have the, like here you see dash deva grabbing both belts, very similar to what we see in Okinawan Sumo. You lift, very same, because you already have the belt, the match, that's how the match starts. But here you see also an Uchimata Geishi, very nicely done. Also a standard move for those who look to counter the Uchimata Geishi. Here you see like you ride it almost, and then you proceed to turn them over and, you know, turn their Uchimata against them. So here also you have your Osotogari or Osoto Otoshi. Here you see it. It's, you know, very limited. You have your hip throws as well, like Tsurigoshi, which is like Ogoshi but grabbing the belt. Here you see the Uchimata Geishi in Judo. So like I said, it is between Sumo and Judo with the gi, with the throws, but it's like you have all this gi and you're not grabbing anything except for the belt. To me is a bit like mind-boggling, so to speak. So this is mainly it. It's something that's been requested for a long time, and I had to put it together. Of course, it is an interesting art, don't get me wrong. Yes, I'm saying it is a bit one-dimensional compared to Judo, because Judo is such a huge and fast art between kata, newaza, tachiwaza. The kumikata alone is a world of its own when it comes to competition, developing tactics around it, etc. All that is gone when you start the match from like a 50-50 position as we see here. So that alone is a shame. So if they did, for example, start you know, normal kumikata, but they have to get their throw from the double belt grip, then yes, that would make it far more exciting than just starting. They both have that belt grip and just go for it. You can easily make that slight change in rule, and that alone will make the art far more dynamic and far more interesting, like the kumikata or the grip fighting we see in Judo. So if you have anything else to add, let me know down below. Also, please don't forget to like this video. It's the easiest way to support me, and also consider supporting me on Patreon. I have exclusive content just for the patrons only. I will be uploading a video in the next upcoming days, the next day or two. Also, don't forget to check out Josh Simon's shop for historical t-shirts and historical jiu-jitsu article. If you have anything else to add, let me know down below. This was Shadi, and thank you for listening.